Good morning, everybody. That was a very short song. I wasn't expecting it to be that short.
Good
Uh,
morning.
oh, actually, hold up. I'm so unprepared. Um, I hadn't had my caffeine this morning. Okay, just bear with me. I'm so tired. Let me fix the thingy. Our title. There we go. There we go. Now everyone knows what we're talking about today. Um, wait, Abby, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. You were just really quiet. So Abby, what are we talking about today?
Well, like you just switched the title to, we are going to be talking about this year's E3 event.
Yes.
What we're super excited about.
I have been looking forward to this for a while. Not saying that 2020 hasn't given us anything good, because they have. However, you know, I feel like I have higher expectations now that things are kind of sort of trying to return to normal in the States.
Hmm.
I say kind of sort of trying. Trying
Right.
being the key word here. Because, good lord. Mm. So, we're going to talk about some of the games that we're so excited to see in E3. Um,
Except
yeah, I'm so super stoked. Um, Emily, you said you don't really play like a lot of the games, like you know of Halo and stuff like that, but you don't really play them, right?
I haven't really played uh any in a long time. Like when I was a kid, I played like the original Halo at a friend's house.
Right.
Um, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun for what it was. It was
Mm-hmm.
simple, it was fun. It had some like really cool futuristic aspects because, for whatever reason, like during that time period, it was like future and alien was kind of the theme for everything.
Yeah. I I'm super excited. I have a lot of games. Like I personally have a lot of games. I know I'm gonna cover mine in a second, but I do want you to talk about because you're a very big Nintendo fan,
Yes.
right? You're a very big Nintendo fan. Um, I want to start with that.
Okay.
I want us to start talking about some of the things because sadly, not sadly, it was leaked that Nintendo, someone leaked, I think was it Ubisoft? No, someone leaked one of Nintendo's games that was supposed to be shared at E3 this year. And it's trending on Twitter and stuff like that. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say what it is, just in case, no spoilers or whatever. But yeah, one of Nintendo's games is already leaked. That's how tough competition, my goodness.
Oof.
Uh,
I mean,
yeah.
that's kind of unfair, but it's also probably some kind of marketing ploy, if that
You
makes
think?
sense. Kind of like start the hype off right, already start the conversation going before it even gets there.
I mean, it
Um,
could be, yeah. I mean, why leak a game? I just want them to leak the new Switch Pro. That's all. Just leak that instead. That's all I want.
yeah, I'd be okay with like that being leaked. I am so excited for.
I can't.
Unfortunately, we have to wait for Nintendo's slot because it's not
Yeah.
until like
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
and it's slotted for 9 a.m., but that's Pacific Standard Time, so I think it's supposed to be like 11 Central Time, which
Yep.
is what we're on.
And I don't work that day, so you bet your butt I'm gonna be watching that.
Uh,
I'm
Shut up.
excited. I am so excited. This weekend has got me hyped. There are so many games that I really want to see this year. And I want to be surprised. There might be some games in this list that haven't appeared yet, but I am super excited. I just want to be shocked. You know what I mean? Hold up. I'm gonna keep writing down all the games that keep popping in my brain. So Nintendo, right? Besides
Love
the
Nintendo.
reveal, yes, besides the reveal of the Switch Pro, what are you most excited to see?
Um, like there's no guarantee, but I'm like, it's been radio silent for so long that they have to give us something. Is Breath of the Wild 2? Because I remember when they gave us that like teaser trailer
Yeah.
where it's not even like, oh, like releasing in like 2 years. It's like, no, we're just working on it and we want you to know. And
Yeah.
it's just like, you son of a bitch.
You son of a
You
bitch.
son of a bitch. I need rehydrated Ganon.
Do you think that's actually what's gonna happen? Rehydrated
No.
Ganon? Yeah.
No, not at all. It'd be funny if it was, but no, not at all.
I'm
Um,
curious.
I know Monty has been talking with me that he's kind of expecting Breath of the Wild 2 to be like a season release.
You think?
Like gonna be, yeah, he thinks it's gonna be for this Christmas season. I don't know. I feel like it's really early
I think
for
so
Breath
too.
of the Wild 2.
Mm.
But if you really think about it, they announced this back in 2019.
That's true.
So it's been a couple of years, so it could kind of go either way. I don't know. I think the other thing that I'm super excited about is Splatoon 3. And we're already kind of know that it's going to be coming out next year. They've already announced that it's for next year. And there was kind of a slip up on Amazon at one point.
Mm.
With like a pre-release date or like a release date that it's going to be at the start of the summer for next year for Splatoon 3. So I don't really know what they're going to aim to do with Breath of the Wild 2, if they are going to aim for it to be a Christmas season game, or if they're just going to kind of do what they did with Animal Crossing and just kind of like release it when it's ready.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I hope. Okay.
Right.
First off, I really do hope they release it when it's ready. After what happened with Cyberpunk, where people were rushing it over and over again, because it was like it took a while. It was a long ass game, right? Was it 5 years in development or 10 years or something like that? It took a long time. And at the very end, when they finally released like a teaser trailer, people expected it to be rushed and, and I guess the fans were so excited they rushed it, and you saw what happened. The memes, it was not that great. They could have done better and taken more time to polish it a little bit more. And I don't want that to happen with Breath of the Wild. I want them to take as much time as they need it, as much time as they need to polish it.
Right.
Because that's also a very, very high expected game to come out. And after what happened with Cyberpunk,
really,
I'm just like,
really
just be
great
patient.
game.
Yeah. Like, it's just be patient. Like, that's all I want. Our excitement, yeah, we're so excited that we also need to be patient.
Well, look, we've
ahead.
seen Nintendo just be like, no, we're gonna like our staff is getting overworked. We're just gonna go at our own pace and release it when it's ready.
Yeah.
Like, I know other games and other companies are notoriously terrible about releasing games before it's finished. Overwatch did that too, right?
No. Overwatch 2 isn't out yet.
No, as well. Overwatch did that as well.
Oh, yeah. When it first came out. Oh, wait, I don't know if Overwatch was one of them. I know Cyberpunk was definitely one of them, for sure. There was the Star Wars, the Fallen Order.
Because they're like, oh, it's going to be this date. Starburst? I don't know.
No, Starburst, no, Star Wars.
Oh.
Speaking of. Oh, we'll get to that. But yeah, just take your time, Nintendo. I'm patient.
Yeah.
That's all. Just take your sweet time.
We're patient, impatient.
We're patient and patient. But I want a good game. Yeah.
That's basically what it boils down to. We'll live. It's okay, we'll live.
I just want a good game. And I'll be patient enough to wait until they make it. So another one of the I know we talk about Breath of the Wild, and I know for a fact they're going to showcase some of Splatoon 3.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm super excited too. I hope they hint in some maps or some gameplay, you know, like multiplayer gameplay.
I mean, we've kind of already seen a little bit of like a new map. We have seen, it's been alluded that there is going to be a new gameplay, that it is going to be a new ranked game. Instead of Clan Blitz, it's going to be something new, probably something soccer based off the little thing
Well,
that.
that's what I'm talking about. Like maybe we'll find out what that is this
What
weekend.
I
or this
want,
week.
what I want the idols. I need to know who they are.
Oh yeah,
I need
right.
the idols. Like, I have theories that one of them has to be based off Ziggy Stardust, and I feel like another one could be based off Elton John. If not, it's gotta be like a punk
I have
rock
a theory.
idol of someone that I don't know. I'm not into punk rock. I feel like it's gotta be punk rock. I bet it's gonna be glam rock and punk rock, because that is what the UK gave us, the British gave us.
I have a theory.
Okay, give us your theory.
I think instead of 2 female idols, we might get 2 male ones.
I would be so excited for that. I don't know if they are though, but I would be very excited either way.
I want them to have 2 male. Not saying that 2 females, because in both games we've had 2 female hosts idols, but as big as boy bands, especially in like South Korea, are, I guarantee they might have something to do with having maybe 2 male idols to keep in that boy band kind of thing. At least for me, in my brain, that's how it would work. So I'm super excited to see how that would be. Not saying
that's
that
fair.
Yeah, not saying that I want, like, I'll be disappointed they're 2 female idols. No, I'll be happy with whoever. But I am curious to know if Nintendo will actually put 2 male idols this time, because we already have 4 female idols, you know? So I'm super curious. I'm super curious to how it's gonna be. Just because
the thing is, it's like you're quoting like K-pop though, and Nintendo is a Japanese company. So I mean, like, yes, K-pop, like boy band K-pop boy bands are very popular. That we don't know exactly what their inspiration is for this so far. So we'll have to just wait and see.
Right, but I still believe that, yeah, as much as it's like boy bands have increased, even if it's K-pop, I genuinely believe they probably gonna play up to that hype. Yeah. Me personally, because Nintendo, I think, yeah, it's very Japanese, but I still think because it falls into that the Asian demographic of how big K-pop is throughout not just Korea but around the world, including Japan, they might play into like giving the fans something like that. You know what I mean? But I also can see the whole glam rock and all of that because of what Europe gave us. Because you're thinking UK. I'm not thinking solely UK. I'm thinking just Europe and, you know, as a whole, right? So it could be like glam rock and punk rock, which would be amazing to have, because we don't have anything like that at all.
Well, if you look at the trend of what they're doing, and this is just assumptions, like based off previous trends, they can deviate from that all they want. This is we're only going into the 3rd game. They don't have to set their standards at this point at all. Like we had Callie Marie that are the Japanese pop idols.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Marina and Pearl that are based off Tupac and Biggie.
No. They're not. They weren't based off. They were inspired by rappers, not these 2 rappers, but rappers and hip hop in general. That's what they're based off of. Just rap and hip hop in general, because that's what we as the United States, because it was technically supposed to be played off as the US, right?
Yeah.
And that is what we are known for, is our hip hop and rap and R&B, which I'm very proud of.
It's what we contribute to the music
industry. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I would say country. I just hope we never see country.
Mm-mm.
Personally, I just hope
just
we
because,
don't.
Well, rap, hip-hop,
unless we get
R&B.
unless we get Dolly Parton.
No. See,
Someone inspired by Dolly Parton, then that's the only time I'm going to be Willie Nelson and Dolly Parton. That's the only time I'm going to be okay with the idols being country.
I was about to say no. I think it's because it's the idea of having a music genre that contributed throughout the entire world, and hip hop, R&B has done that. You know, that's why I think K-pop would be another one, because they have contributed something to the entire world, right? I don't think country would be, because country is very niche, strictly to the US. And it's funny because, like, you know, not a lot of people have heard our country. Not a lot of people know who the heck Dolly Parton is. But, you know, I'm excited to see. But I do think they might do, like, your thinking of rock is correct. I cannot wait to see if they'll do glam rock and punk rock. And I feel personally like they need to do that, because can you just imagine an emo punk rock Squid Kid?
Right?
Like, that would be fucking amazing.
I would love it so much.
Right.
I'm excited for it. I just hope that's all I want.
So continuing with just Nintendo, because I know that's going to be on Tuesday.
Yes. Unfortunately.
I know a lot of people, myself included, am very excited to see if for the love of all that's good, they will release a trailer or something for Metroid 4.
Oh.
I want another Metroid game, because it's been a long time coming, and I'm expecting a fucking Metroid game. Not saying, well, yeah, no, actually, yeah, I am saying if you don't premiere a Metroid game, Nintendo, I'm mad. Just give me Metroid, please.
Wasn't the last Metroid game for, like, the 3DS?
No, maybe. Hold up. I'm looking this up. While I'm looking that up, talk about Mario Kart.
Mario Kart?
Yeah.
And Chelsor's terrible luck.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it should be coming out. Breath of the Wild. Oh, yeah, we just talked about it, Dylan. We literally just finished talking about Breath of the Wild and how we're excited about it.
Super excited. I know Chelsor wanted to play with us. He kept wanting to play with us, and just stated that it's just like, I'm not gonna get it, because as soon as I get it, they're gonna announce the next one, and she buys it, and then what, like a month and a half later, rumors were released that Mario Kart 9 is in production. So I'd be very excited to see if they make an announcement for that on Tuesday.
Okay. I found out. I just found the list. The last game that isn't a spin-off of Metroid or anything was made in 2010. That was 10 years ago. And at E3 2017, they announced Metroid Prime 4. However, they didn't actually, like I said, they didn't premiere a teaser, trailer, or anything like that. So we've been waiting since 2017 for a fucking Metroid game, and we still haven't gotten it. And if they don't, I mean, I'm sure they'll have to, right? They'll have to premiere a trailer or something for the new Metroid game, because we've waited since 2017. That was what, 5 years ago? 4 years ago.
Come on, Brycey, you can do math.
No, I'm excited. I'm highly caffeinated and very excited. So yeah, I actually do love Metroid. I am super excited. And the last game they had was for the Wii U? Wii. One of those.
Okay, yeah. All right,
so, holy shit. We've been waiting very, very, very patiently, Nintendo. And like I said, just, like, I want it to be perfect. I'm very patient. However, Nintendo, please just give us like something to hold us off until you're finished. That's all. Give me a trailer. That's all. That's all. I really want that. Fucking Metroid 4. Sorry. Anyway, you were saying I got excited.
No, like it. I'd forgotten that the Wii and the Wii U were a thing.
Yeah. Most people
Even
do.
though, like, I
ages ago.
played Splatoon, the original Splatoon on the Wii U. I played
Yeah.
Mario Kart on the Wii U. Specifically my husband's Wii U. So I'm very excited. I'm excited for more Legend of Zelda titles.
You think they're gonna make any more? Because they
mean,
redid. They remastered Link's Awakening, which was really good. Like it was really good.
I haven't played it yet. I haven't played it yet. I'm
Mm.
terrible about doing that kind of stuff. I have Mario Odyssey. I've had it since 2018. I still haven't played it yet.
I haven't finished my Mario Odyssey myself. Like it's hard. Not saying Mario
mean-
Odyssey is hard. Continuing to play video games in general is just hard.
Right.
But
I would say that like there's Mario, that's Nintendo's cash cow. There's Legends of Zelda, that's their cash cow. Like I feel like they're just gonna continue the Legend of Zelda.
Oh, yeah.
I know they haven't done like as far as I'm aware, they haven't remade Oracle of Ages or Seasons.
well, that was
Which was like a Game Boy kind of exclusive. They didn't even do it for the 3DS or the DS.
Well, I mean, I think that was also made from with a different company as well. Like Nintendo partnered with someone to do it, because you have those. You have like the Minish Cap. You have like a bunch of other like Zelda games that are Zelda games that just weren't as popular. With audiences, but a lot of people do remember Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. I was one of them. I had Oracle of Seasons. Was it Seasons? Yes.
The blue one. I don't remember.
No,
which
I had the
it
red
was.
one. I had the red one.
My sister had the red one. I had the blue one.
Yeah, and I didn't. And it was
Whichever
amazing.
which up.
Yeah, and it was amazing because like you get to the actual boss, like secret boss, when you have the codes of both games. Freaking amazing.
I remember that.
Which
I'd
character?
forgotten about it.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. I thought it was really clever for them to do that. Which new characters do you think they will bring in Smash? I have no idea anymore.
Your
They're
mom.
No, they are pulling in characters from games that I haven't heard of before that I'm very interested in. But I'm just like, I have no idea. I legit have no idea what other characters they're gonna bring. I hope maybe they'll continue with Final Fantasy, but that's just because I'm a very big Final Fantasy fan. And Sephiroth was awesome. I really liked the reveal of Sephiroth. Was it last year? I think so. They revealed Sephiroth.
I think so.
I honestly have no idea. I have no idea where they're going to pull any more of those Smash characters from, to be honest. And yet,
I mean, if they brought in Bayonetta, though Bayonetta was technically like a Nintendo title, like I wouldn't be surprised if they bring in Devil May Cry.
oh,
characters.
interesting. Okay. Well, yeah. Because like
I'm not
Bayonetta was a
expecting it, but it
Nintendo.
would surprise me.
Speaking of Bayonetta, I'm actually hoping that they release another Bayonetta game from Nintendo
Ooh,
for the
yeah.
Switch. Or at least release the originals. Wait, are the originals already released for the Switch? I don't know if
I
they
don't
are.
think so.
Hold up. Yeah, so a lot of people are actually waiting for a new Bayonetta game.
They kind of like teased, not with like a trailer or anything. I feel like they teased a new Bayonetta game like a couple of years ago or something.
I don't know if they did or didn't. Let's see. Yeah, so you can play Bayonetta 2 on here. So everyone's expecting
Makes
another Bayonetta game.
sense.
3.
Which kind of makes sense because didn't it come out like right before the Switch was released?
I don't know. I don't remember. Hold on a
Because
second.
it's definitely a Wii U game.
Okay, so there was an official teaser trailer at, of course, 2017. I remember that at the Game Awards at 2017. So they have no release date though. So maybe this year, maybe 2021 will be the year that they release the date of Bayonetta 3. We can only
Do you
hope.
think because of COVID last
Oh,
year,
yeah.
like
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of these things would have been like announced and teased like last year for the Nintendo Direct and E3?
No, I think the reason why they had to push it back, they did not want to announce it because, you know, maybe they had to lay off a lot of people who couldn't work, right? To finish the game. That's why I think a lot of these releases had no release date because, you know, it was around the time of COVID that everything was like, well, we don't know when it's going to end. We don't want to release a date just so that people expect that time when we have no workers to complete the game. Does that make sense?
If we didn't have COVID, do
Oh,
you
if we
think
didn't-
they would have announced it last year?
Oh yeah, if COVID didn't exist, I'm pretty sure that it probably would be released a lot sooner. Any of these games would be released a lot sooner. Like if COVID was not here, we would get all of these. We would get Breath of the Wilds. We would get like all of these very, very soon. Much sooner than than now. It sucks that all of these games that I want to play are pushed back because of the shitting of 2020.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That makes me mad. So I think I've covered everything that I'm super excited for Nintendo. Is there anything that you're excited for Nintendo?
My two biggest ones are Breath of the Wild and Splatoon 3. I don't know. Like, I would be excited for Mario Kart 9, but I don't know how it would improve any, honestly.
I want to see the maps. That to me
right.
is everything.
I
want more.
need
Go
a
ahead.
motherfucking Rainbow Road Grand Prix. That's what I fucking need. That's what I wanted in 8. I need it for 9. I need an entire 4-course Grand Prix of just Rainbow Roads. I want to ruin my friendships.
With just Rainbow Roads.
Just Rainbow Roads. That's all I want.
Oh god. I would hate it. I would hate it so much.
I would love it. I'd hate every second of it, but I'd love it so much. Some of the Rainbow Roads, especially like the newer ones, are very beautiful. I think they've done an amazing job, like aesthetically, like the track, making it very like engaging. I don't know what they're gonna introduce new, other than just tracks, to Mario Kart to make it engaging. Because the newest thing was going underwater and then like being able to go upside down and do all these like fantastic turns and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what new things are gonna gonna introduce for Mario Kart 4.
I was about to say maybe they'll do like the whole Smash and bring in new characters.
Oh, that would be exciting.
That
Who
would
would
be
you like to
awesome.
see?
Well, I don't know. Actually, just because Super Smash just encompasses all of Nintendo, but Mario Kart is just Mario, like the Mario
No, it's
universe. Well, I mean, yes, of course you have Link and all of them, and Animal Crossing villagers. So if they do want to put in more characters, I want to see Bayonetta in a fucking tiny ass car.
Bayonetta is a Nintendo title.
It is, but I
Like-
want to see her in a tiny ass car or bike, and like, I want to see that.
Like have her
That's
knees
me.
above her head kind of situation.
That would
'cause
be
she's
awesome.
Nothing but legs.
I would also love to see fucking Samus in her armor, you know, in her suits, riding a tiny ass car. Or you can do Zero Suit Samus too. It's fine. But I want to see Samus riding around in a fucking bike. That would be amazing. Oh shit. Hey, I'll be right back. I think my dog is pitching a fit. So
I
keep
mean,
talking about all the shit, and I'll be right back.
yeah. I'm excited for just Nintendo stuff. I'm very curious as to what other things are going to be released too. The Switch, because Nintendo are like for the Switch from very early on, they have like received a lot of indie titles, a lot of interesting indie titles, and it's very exciting to see those and see what else is going to be released there. I'm just excited. Exactly. Like, I know, Dylan, that for Link, you have like Breath of the Wild style Link and then traditional Link. So, like, I'm with you. I don't see why we can't have both Samuses. Yeah, the Switch Pro has been a rumor for a while. For what, a year and a half? I think since 2019. So it would be very exciting to see them actually announce it. Again, it is Tuesday, 11 a.m. Central Time. It's 9 a.m. Pacific Time, but it's 11 for us here in Central.
Oh, for the E3 release?
For Nintendo's slot, yeah.
All right. Excuse me.
Ooh, 4K. Oh man, imagine Breath of the Wild in 4K. Holy shit.
Holy crap. Okay, so if you had a Switch Pro, would you buy it just for the 4K and all that ish?
I mean, not just for that. Like, I have an original Switch. Like, my Switch is from like 2017 when it was released.
Mm-hmm.
So I would get something new, something like with a lot of the kinks already ironed out, just because like what I have is already starting to become outdated.
Right. Yeah, I can see that. So
I'm not gonna just. I wouldn't buy a new Switch and then it's like, oh, the pros announced, and go turn around for the 4K. I'm like, no, my Switch is getting tired.
Right, that makes sense. Shit, sorry. So I keep writing down all of the games that I'm super excited for. And since we've had about 30 minutes-ish of talking Nintendo, is there any other thing in Nintendo that I just completely forgot?
No, but while you were gone, I kind of mentioned it. That I'm excited to see what kind of indie titles are going to be coming to the Switch, because that's what was very unique about the Switch, is that it was getting a lot of indie games.
Well, I was actually I wanted to hold off on a segment of just indie games in general, so we can start with that. In the past,
because there's like indie games for like the computer and stuff like that, but it's
most of
a lot of things ended up on the Switch.
I was about to say, because of the indie games, yes, they have been on computer, but a lot of it has been ported through all consoles. I feel like indie games have that kind of flexibility to just be ported to all consoles. Because speaking of an indie game that maybe not so indie anymore, Undertale, just released a trailer, or Toby Fox, the creator of Undertale, released a trailer that Undertale is now going to be ported to the Xbox. And it's going to have like a little, so it's going to have, but it's going to be just a slightly different, like it was for the Switch, like it was for the PC, like it's, and for the PlayStation 4 or something. It's all just slightly different in one particular area of the game. But I don't know if it's considered indie anymore, as popular as it is. Very, very popular.
I mean, it was originally an indie title. It's like, it's still an indie game. He isn't
a big right, not a big production company or anything like that. Right. But honestly, while big name games, other than Animal Crossing, have been asleep since 2020, indie games have come out and have like dominated the market. I have seen so many new indie games come out, and so much excitement for new indie games. Like Hades, I think won Best Game from the Game Awards, and it was an indie game, and it was everywhere. Like Hades, the game was everywhere. And that's a game you can play on the Switch as well. Just saying, you know. I'm just saying. But like, I know, what was it? Stardew Valley, they're doing their new game, which is more of like a magic kind of turn to it instead of farming. You know, it's magic and cuteness.
I still kind of farmy-ish.
Phasmophobia.
Like it's kind of farmy with a new skin and a new storyline and new aesthetics.
Right.
Um,
But I'm really excited. I kind of
exactly. I'm very curious as to what, like, oh, instead of like planting and hoeing the field, it's like, what are you gonna be doing as a mage?
I'm really excited to see, because like indie games, Dylan also mentioned Phasmophobia, very good. Phasmophobia was one. Fall Guys was one that came out that was really, really popular as an indie game.
Among Us.
Among Us. Well, Among Us has been around, but it just became popularized because we were all stuck in our homes, and that was such a good community game to play. Same as Fall Guys, same as Phasmophobia. Like, these indie games literally dominated the market because it was exactly what we needed to play games with friends. You know what I mean?
They hit a lot of the marks that made them appealing. It's that they were fairly simple games that those who are not gamers, those who don't have like the puzzle mindset for some games, it's a fairly straightforward game that anyone can play, even technically younger kids, even considering Phasmophobia. They're affordable. Like, a lot of people were impacted partially financially last year because of the quarantine and pandemic. So they were affordable or free. I play Among Us on my phone where I got it for free, and I can play with my friends. Like, I think you, Racy,
we played for a while.
the game. So you paid for the game, and I chose the free demo.
I got it for free. I had it for free on my phone, and then when we were playing it on PC, or like, I preferred to play it on PC personally, because I don't like the ads. I don't like the ads. So then I got it for my PC. So yeah.
So you did end up like paying for it, and it wasn't that expensive.
No. It was like $5
I'm just cheap.
Of that. Yeah.
I was about to say, I'm just cheap. And they're multiplayer. These are very easily multiplayer. It's Phasmophobia. It's only for the PC, so you would have to play on the PC with your friends and stuff. But Among Us, I can play with you on the PC. I can play with my sister who's on the Switch, and I can play on my phone. We can all play. It's with very little interruption.
Right. See, this is what I'm excited for. Like, I usually don't get so excited for indie games, but seeing how much fun I've been playing, because mostly I've just been playing indie games for the past year and some change. I'm actually very excited to see, hopefully they will promote more really good indie games like that, that I'd be like, oh yeah, I kind of want to try that out. Like, I really want to see how that goes. So indie games, I applaud you. I want more of you. And my Switch, on my PlayStation, like everywhere. On my phone, damn it. Like, good lord. Genshin Impact. Would Genshin Impact be considered an indie game? Because that also took by storm.
Don't think
and that shit's
so.
free too. That shit free. But anyway, yes, indie games. Give me more of you, please. So aside from indie games that I'm really excited for, can I go with my main titles? Can I talk about main titles? Oh, that one's definitely not indie. Okay. One game that I'm super excited. I hope they announce. I really hope they announce. Well, they've already announced it, but I want more gameplay or another trailer or something. Is BioWare's Dragon Age 4 and Mass Effect. Not Andromeda, but actual Mass Effect 4. Andromeda was. It was. it just was. It existed. It was there. I like it okay, but it didn't hold up to what I wanted it to be.
I know a lot of people are going to be very excited for Dragon Age because I remember Ollie over on Ollie Yaga was is obsessed with Dragon Age. I remember back in 2019 when we got like Breath of the Wild 2 kind of teaser announcement, that they were extremely excited during that E3 for wanting a new Dragon Age.
Oh yeah, they announced it at was it the Game Awards? I believe so. Um, last year, they actually gave us a teaser trailer. I lost my shit, man. That shit was awesome. Like, it looked stunning. It looked absolutely stunning. Just teasing me. And I'm just like, oh gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so very excited for Dragon Age 4. And equally excited for Mass Effect. Like, they teased that at the Game Awards as well. And I was like, BioWare, what are you doing to me? Why do you do this to me? Game Fest, that's right. Excuse me. You're right, Dylan. It is Game Fest. But Mass Effect also had a teaser. And holy shit, I'm excited for both games. I want more of them. I just want you to just give me just a little bit more. Now that I know that it's E3, I'm just very excited to see both of those. BioWare, I mean, yes, you've had a rocky road. I won't deny that, but please take your time with these games and just give me a trailer. That's all. Oh, another game that I'm super excited about. I saw this yesterday at work. Emily, you saw me get excited because I ran to my computer for this. Mm-hmm. It's Vampire the Masquerade. They released, I think it was supposed to be like a multiplayer called Blood Hunts. But I saw that they actually do have Bloodlines 2 in the works. And I want to see that. I can't wait to see more of Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Because I actually really did enjoy the first game. Oh, here's one. I think you can put your 2 cents in this too.
Yeah.
GTA 6. What are your thoughts?
I'm not surprised.
What are your thoughts?
I'm excited for it.
Well, I'm trying. Let me say. Do you think they'll even announce a GTA 6? Because everyone's kind of expecting a GTA 6, because GTA 5 has been out for, good lord, how long?
It's been out for several years at this point. Like, yeah. I know achievement hunters have been playing it for several years at this point. I want to say it's older than 4 years old because I, again, want to say it's something that came out before the Switch.
It was a 2013.
Oh.
2013.
Oh.
Holy shit. Yeah, give us GTA 6, please. We waited years.
Well, here's the thing. Let's just consider the details of GTA 5 already. That they made this huge, massive map. Massive map.
Oh, yes.
With all of this extra stuff thrown into it. I would say that I'm torn. If it was something when I thought it was released when I thought it was, which is roughly pre-17, between like 2016 and 2017 kind of situation, I would say they could wait another year. 2020 was hard. They probably didn't get as much done as they would have liked, so they could wait another year. But 2013.
Yep, it was for the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 3. Are you kidding? So
that's 2 consoles ago. We're on 5.
Okay, so
I mean, they could be waiting for GTA or the PlayStation 6. So, GTA 6, PlayStation 6.
The reason why it seems so recent is because it's been re-released several times.
Okay.
Yeah, they have re-released it to the PlayStation 4 and I think 5 as well. Like, and they've done remasters of it because PlayStation 3. However, and honestly, they have been what is it? They have been making a lot of DLCs for Grand Theft Auto 5 that kept you, like being okay, like, okay, there's another DLC, we should do this and do that.
Excuse
So
me.
it kept you engaged, right?
Mhm.
So I can understand why you'd like, okay, it seems more recent. It's because they kept throwing out DLCs for you to play.
Okay.
But I think it's time. I think it's time
Yeah.
for GTA 6. I don't know if it's ever going to be announced. I don't know if it will be announced this weekend. But is it something people are expecting? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
they ported it to
justifiably
every
so.
console. Switch is kind of hard, you know. But yeah.
Right.
It has been 8 years since the launch of GTA 5. So hopefully we will see it this year. No one really knows. It's kind of up in the air, which again, fair. We haven't had like a teaser for it or anything, so we're
I think
excited.
they
I'm
need
excited.
to stop the DLC so they can actually like release the sixth one. Because that's kind of what they did was going back to Nintendo for a second. They stopped doing Splatfest for Splatoon 2 because they're leading up to the next Splatoon game.
That's right. Let me see. So that's something that I know a lot of people are very excited for. One other thing that people are excited for was hopefully are still excited for is the Halo Infinite game. And
Yes.
I do remember vaguely last year that audiences were kind of disappointed because the graphics kind of looked, it was bad. So maybe if they do happen to release another trailer this year at E3, they showed the progress of making Halo Infinite, because like, again, it was 2020, it was rough for everybody, you know, in terms of work, you know. So I do hope that if they do release a Halo Infinite trailer, that it does look a little bit better, because yeah, a lot of people were concerned. I do remember that a lot of people were concerned about Halo Infinite. It didn't give much room for hope, you know, in terms of graphics and such. So Halo Infinite, that's another classic game that I know a lot of people are very, very excited for. Let's see. Oh, here's one. Then a new Elder Scrolls.
Yes, I figured that I know that they're coming out with a new Dark Souls or something in the Dark Souls family and a new Elder Scrolls.
I don't know if they had released any trailer or anything about the new Elder Scrolls game, but I do know that people are very excited to see if they will actually say anything about it. Because they've been waiting. I don't know, just like GTA, how many times have they re-released fucking Skyrim? Yes, they talk about a game that has been released continuously as Skyrim. So maybe, just hopefully, because how can you re-release it? How can you keep re-releasing Skyrim? Give us a new Elder Scrolls, please. That's all. Just please. That's all we want. And I didn't think that they could keep releasing Skyrim until I realized, oh yeah, it's for VR now. You can play it in VR.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It is everywhere.
Stop.
Let me see. Actually, when was Skyrim released? I'm gonna look this up.
Well, it's released ages ago.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Because it's what, Elder Scrolls 4 technically?
Elder Scrolls 5 is Skyrim. And that one was released in November 11th, 2011.
Jesus.
2000, that's 10 years ago. Holy shit. Or almost 10 years ago. Wow. Give us a new Elder Scrolls, please. I think it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming.
Now, Dark Souls isn't as bad about that. Like,
No.
we may not get, like, Sekiro was not a Dark Souls storyline, but it's by the same guy that did Dark Souls.
Yes. Yes.
So we're still getting Dark Souls, but not Dark Souls.
I mean, you have Dark Souls. Sekiro is a good one. You have that as well. You also have there was oh shit, there was Bloodborne. That's it. Bloodborne, those kind of games that kind of are very similar. But Dark Souls still holds the crown, personally. Oh yeah, you can play Skyrim on your Alexa. I forgot that was a thing you could do. I remember that, Dylan. I do remember that. Oh my gosh. Just give us a new Elder Scrolls. Or at least just a hint at a new Elder Scrolls. Give us a trailer or something to get us to tie us over. Oh, you know who hasn't had that problem? The Assassin's Creed franchise. I don't even know how many
because
Assassin's Creed.
they're popping them out as fast as FIFA is.
I know.
Am I wrong though?
No, you're not. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh
Though
my
it
gosh.
has been a minute since I last heard of a new Assassin's Creed game.
I think I heard one at was it Game Fest? I think so. But again,
I think the last one I heard about, because I have never played Assassin's Creed, was the Viking one.
oh yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Was that the most recent one? I think that is the most recent one.
I think it is too.
Mhm.
But you know what I haven't heard in a while that was like putting them out almost as like or faster than Assassin's Creed was Hitman.
Oh gosh, I can't keep up with those either. The fucking Hitman games.
At least with Assassin's Creed, each one has its like own unique aesthetic.
Mhm.
But like with Hitman, it's a bald man in a black suit.
That's true. That's true. That's true. And you have like a what is it? A barcode on the back of your neck. You're fine.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So here's a game that I remember vaguely playing as a kid. That I saw the trailer for the second game coming out, and I was very excited about.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the Beyond Good and Evil 2 game. And I say that I vaguely remember playing it as a kid was because the first game, Beyond Good and Evil, was released in 2003. And I remember buying it for my PC, right? I bought it for the PC. And it was regarded as a good kids game. It was, how do I explain it? It was for kids, but not really for kids, like older kids, maybe teen, but not really. And I remember playing it, but then I lost. This is how old I am. I lost the disc that the game came on to play the game, so I never finished the game until I started. Yeah, I know. Until I found Let's Plays, because thank goodness for the beauty of YouTube to see the Let's Plays, so I could actually see the ending of the game. And then they released the Beyond Good and Evil trailer, the second one, Beyond Good and Evil 2 trailer. Was it at another E3 or maybe a Game Fest? I don't remember. And I lost my shit because it looks absolutely beautiful. So pretty. And I remembered, oh gosh, I can't wait for that game. And I'll play it and I don't have to lose the disc or whatever. Because you can easily download it and it's for you. It's for me, with me forever in my heart. So that's one game I'm very excited to see more gameplay of or another trailer of, because it looks amazing. It looked amazing. So I'm very excited for that as well. Let's see. Sorry. Oh, here's one. I want a new Silent Hill. There.
Okay, that's fair.
I want a new Silent Hill game. Will I play
An
it?
actual Silent Hill game.
I am
not.
Oh
what
yeah.
Was it? Wasn't it like a pachinko game? The last one that they released?
I don't know. I'm just disappointed that PT, like the playable trailer one for Silent Hills with Guillermo del Toro and Hideo Kojima, was scrapped.
Well, wasn't Kojima like fired or something?
No, Kojima left. I think he left because of. Hold up, let me see. I'm gonna. This is gonna hurt my heart again. Silent Hills canceled. I remember because Norman Reedus was supposed to be the main character, right? And then
So I remember like everyone losing their shit at the end.
I was one of those people.
Which is fair. Like, I really like that actor. I was very excited. It's like, oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Well, they implemented things for your PlayStation, like the mic on your controller, to call the ghost or whatever in PT, and they're like, oh yeah, this will be gameplay for the actual game, and people were very excited because it made it seem more creepy and everything, right? And then they got canceled. Oh yeah, I think Kojima walked away from Konami. That's what happened.
Konami treats everybody like shit.
Yeah, Konami's
Take a look at Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, no, I'm serious. Take a very critical look at Yu-Gi-Oh, the card game.
Sorry, I was drinking, but yeah, Konami is, I don't know, mad. I'm so mad. So hopefully, maybe for horror fans out there like myself, please bring back Silent Hills or another Silent Hill game that's not made in the States, like that has actual like really good scary Silent Hill. Was I disappointed in Downpour? Yes, I was very disappointed in Downpour. And I'm a person who, I have a love-hate relationship with horror games. I love to be scared, and I also hate to be scared. Downpour was not scary. Just give me a good Silent Hill game. Like, just give me a good Silent Hill game. That's all I want. Will I play it on stream? No, because I'm too much of a bitch baby.
I'll come play it with you.
Yeah, there you go.
If someone comes with me, I'll come play it with you.
Yeah, I was like, if someone sits with me and I play it, I'm okay with that. I am very much okay with that. And everyone was very excited for Norman Reedus to play in Death Stranding because everyone thought that was going to be a horror game. Death Stranding is not a horror game. Death Stranding is very complicated.
Yeah,
it's a complicated game. Very story driven, that's for sure. It's like a movie. But yeah. Oh, it was canceled. It was announced in 2015 that it was canceled, and I'm still upset. It's been 6 years and I haven't gotten over it. I just want a new Silent Hill game. That's all. And I think lastly, I'm sorry. I know I'm talking a lot. I have a lot of games I'm very excited for. Is there any that you're excited for? I should let you have a chance.
Like, I'm kind of only excited. Like, the titles that I am expecting are all coming from Nintendo. I'm always very excited for the concepts of the indie games just because they're more unique and more creative and a lot more colorful and cute compared to like a lot of them big titles, especially coming from things like PlayStation and Xbox and the such, just because Nintendo is directed to be more of a family-friendly console. We do get a lot more color, we get a lot cuter designs and things like that. But they all have this Nintendo texture to it.
Well, it's because Nintendo... I was about to say, the Switch isn't a powerful console. It's not. So to make up for it, Nintendo does brilliant designs to hide the fact, like, because the Switch isn't as powerful as the PlayStation or Xbox, Nintendo knows this. But Nintendo has, like you said, the very colorful, creative, designs for games that stick with people, and they know how to do it, and they do it fucking well. Right? You can point out every single Nintendo character and be like, yeah, that's from Nintendo. Because their characters are fantastic. And they also make up for it in great storylines. Breath of the Wild being one of them. That's why I think Nintendo has done very, very, very well lately in doing that. That's why I'm like, Nintendo, that's what gets everyone excited, like yourself, you know?
So I'm curious about indie games because I'm curious about like what kind of designs they're going for, what kind of story styles are they going for. Um, and it's just nice to see smaller companies doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do kind of miss like the 8-bit RPG horror game.
What do you mean 8-bit RPG horror games? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about like Ib and
Oh yeah.
was it Misao?
Oh, those that were made in RPG Maker, like those games. Yeah.
Like I would like to see stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. That was a huge thing that happened in like, was it 2015? 2014, 2015?
I think it was earlier than that. I think it was like 2013 and 2014.
Yeah.
But not by much. But yeah, like I'm curious as to see what they're gonna do. I haven't really seen like a good horror story game in a while. Like there is a horror game. Phasmophobia is a very good horror game, but it doesn't have a storyline. You just go in, fuck around with ghosts, and leave, or you die and leave.
Okay, you're thinking Phasmophobia.
Yeah, I said Phasmophobia.
Oh, okay. I was thinking more of. Okay, I can see what you mean by good horror game.
Like with the storyline, yeah.
What about, what was it? That one game that I can't play that I had to have my husband play. It was.
Was it the Wendigo one?
No. Oh shit! Fuck that. By the way. Speaking of, because that's Until Dawn. The creators of Until Dawn have a horror anthology called. Shit. Hold up. I know this. It was.
And Until Dawn, they did a great job with Until Dawn because they did a lot of research into it to where it's just like, yes, this is creepy, yes, this is scary, but we want this to, like, this specific moment to be scary, like, across the board.
Oh, yeah.
Like, regardless of, like, why you come into, like, play a scary game, like, regardless of your experience with a scary game, this will scare you.
Right.
Like, they had people hooked up to, like, heart readers and things like that so they could really see like when and make sure everyone's getting like the exact same reaction.
Yeah.
So like Until Dawn, they did an amazing job with that.
Speaking of Until Dawn, because they created a game recently. It's from the Dark Pictures anthology, so it has 3 stories I think so far. Well, 2 stories so far, but they just premiered a trailer yesterday that I saw at work. And it follows the same kind of premise and controls that Until Dawn has, except it is multiplayer, or you can play it by yourself like you do in Until Dawn, right? And it is the Dark Pictures anthology. Little Hope was released last year, and then this year they're releasing the one where they're in the desert, I believe. Shit, it wasn't. Hold up. And we have the game. Like, we have, I think, the Man of Medan. We have the Man of Medan game. Except I cannot play it because I want to do it multiplayer with my husband. And we just never had time to to actually find, to actually sit down and play it. But Abby, if you want to play it with me, can you keep your character alive? Because that shit's scary. House of Ashes. That's what it's called. They premiered the trailer for House of Ashes, the 3rd game of the Dark Pictures anthology, yesterday, and I'm excited for it. I do believe, like, Supermassive Games, that's the developer who did Until Dawn and everything. Supermassive Games have done wonderfully in creating an episodic horror anthology. They did very well with Until Dawn. They did very well with Man of Medan. I was very excited for Man of Medan. and Little Hope being the most recent one. Except I didn't buy Little Hope because I was too scared, and we still haven't finished Man of Medan. But House of Ashes seemed very interesting. Abby, I'm gonna send you some trailers for these because they are very much like Until Dawn. And if you like that, you'll love these, right?
I was about to say I enjoy like watching those. Like
They're
I
fun to
can't
watch.
really I can't there are certain games just because it's like I got really poor eyesight. Like it's not the worst eyesight I've ever met anyone with, but I have really bad eyesight and I have astigmatism. So it does get a little difficult for like those 3D CGI kind of games. It's hard for me to watch those for long periods of time or play
Mhm.
them just because a lot of times like it's hard for me to see the difference between like the background and the foreground
Mm-hmm.
because it like the pixelations.
Right. I mean, that's
Um,
fine. But I mean, even
but
even
I
sitting
can
down to
come
watch.
keep you company so you're not a little bitch baby by
Uh,
yourself.
I was about to say it is very fun to watch. I've seen a lot of Let's
Yes.
Plays of each of the games because a lot of them have different endings depending on how
Mhm.
you play, or how
Exactly.
many people you kill. And my thing is with Until Dawn, I have shaky hands just in general, right?
Mhm.
I can't keep still. And I killed a lot of people in Until Dawn. And I know for a fact I'm going to do the same when it comes to any of the horror anthology games, like Dark Pictures Anthology.
Mhm.
But I am excited to see more shit like that. More shit that it's like it's scary, but it's easy to play. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But yeah, there are some horror games, but it isn't as much as, or like the Time of the Evil Within and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I do want a good horror game with a good story, and so far the
Right.
only ones that I have seen has been the Dark Anthology Pictures.
Right.
I wouldn't consider the Resident Evil 8. That is not a horror game, okay? That is
Right.
just
Yeah.
fetish
Yeah.
central for me. That's all
I
it
mean,
is.
there's nothing wrong with
There's
that. Nothing
daddies
wrong.
and mommies galore in in Resident Evil 8. So like
There's
horror?
nothing wrong with
Please.
that.
Yeah. It's like, is it horror? Nah, not when you have some like big titty goth mommy over there. No.
Vampire month.
Goth mommy. Oh
Goth
yeah.
mommy.
Ooh yeah.
Goth and mommy. Moth.
Moth. All right. Let me see. I think I'm trying to condense my list. I still have so much.
I think what they're gonna come out with is probably another Wolfenstein.
Oh, you think? That's a
I think
good one.
so.
All right.
It's
So
a really good game from my understanding of it. It seems really good. The aesthetic's nice. You go and punch Nazis, so I figured like a lot of people would get into that.
right. Well, here's something. And the last question, so we
Yeah.
can wrap up here. What are some games that you want to see like being remade, or like an expectation of a game that would surprise you to see in E3 this year? For
So
example,
that sounds like two different questions because one that I would love to see redone would, as we have already mentioned, I would love to see like the Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons of Legend of Zelda be made for the Switch. I would really, really like that. But what would surprise me though?
Mhm.
Oh.
like a game that you like, a game or story that would just surprise you.
It's a game that I don't know of anybody else. Then again, I have a very small friend group. I've always had a fairly small friend group. I don't know of anyone else that has played this. My dad got it for the PC when I was a kid. Not like super teeny tiny. Like my dad had Doom on the PC and let me play with a joystick and everything like that
Yeah,
for like Windows 95 and
I
stuff.
remember. Yeah,
But,
I had a joystick too.
I'm talking about like Windows XP or something.
Yeah.
It's called Darkened Sky.
Okay.
And it was a very, very weird kind of like adventure game. It's like high fantasy kind of magic. I don't really know how to explain this game because what you would use for magic or like use to channel your magic or like a source of magic were Skittles. Like they were these little round
Really?
things with an S on them. They were
Oh, okay.
literally
Okay.
Skittles.
Yeah.
I I I never got past a certain point because I was a kid. I didn't know the keyboard. I couldn't, like, my hands were fairly small, so I couldn't really like coordinate between like pressing the correct buttons and like swinging the mouse around like I should. So I couldn't really get past a specific point.
Mm-hmm.
But I would kind of like to see that again.
That
I'd
would
like
be
to see
really
that
interesting.
like
Yeah.
come back either for the PC, for the Switch, or for something, and I would like to see what that game was about.
Okay. Okay. All right. Have you played it since then?
Oh, I haven't, and this was something like this was probably somewhere around 2004.
Oh, gotcha.
It is a fairly old game. Hi, Pokepop!
See, I like. Do you remember when we were looking up games on emulators and stuff?
Yeah.
Like King's Quest.
Oh, for
I was like, I wonder if you would ever find it again, somewhere like that. But yeah. So, I think
and that one actually had like pretty, like decent 2D animation for it for a point and click.
Oh yeah.
Dark Sky was like a CG 3D kind of situation.
Right. So one game I think that would surprise me, but I would be very excited to see is either a revamp or a brand new game of Jak and Daxter. Because honestly, those, like the Jak and Daxter series has fallen off and I haven't heard from it. But they brought back Spyro, right? It was it Naughty Dog?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm hoping maybe they'll bring back Jak and Daxter, but make it more, not mature, but like a good teen game. You know what I mean? I want something like that. That would surprise me if they even announce something like that. But again, we haven't seen a lot of games that have, like, we've seen teased games and we want more of, like, Splatoon 3 was a good example. I want to see more of that.
Yeah.
But for a game that would just absolutely floor me, like to even premiere or hint at, would probably be Jak and Daxter or Silent Hill. But I already talked about that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fucking Silent
I figured
Hill.
you would bring up something like Nancy Drew or something.
Listen, I have been a fan of Nancy Drew since the very first game when I was like 10. I have kept up. I follow them on Twitter. I don't think they're going to release anything like Nancy Drew. If they did, it would never be on E3. It would be on their personal page. So, sad day for Nancy Drew, or her interactive. But I'm a very big fan, and I've kept up with them. But I don't think they're going to premiere anything on E3.
Oh.
Which is sad, but it's fine. I mean, nah. Oh wait, a puzzle game. Sorry. A very good puzzle game. Something like the Talos Principle or what was it? The Witness? Shit like that.
Okay.
If they can premiere something like that, that would be amazing. Because I love puzzle games. Holy shit, I love puzzle games. So something like that would also be very good. But yeah, those will be the games that would surprise. Oh, Professor Layton! Oh, yeah, that's a good one, Pokey. That's a good one. I would be very excited for a Professor Layton game for the Switch. Hell yes. Love those games. But yeah, sorry, I got excited. Those are the games that I would be most excited to see. Or those are the games would be what I'm most be excited to be surprised. I can't talk today. Most excited and surprised to see. Does that make better sense? I'm all caffeinated and hyper. Oh, forgive me. But yeah, I think that's everything. Those are all the games that I can think of. But Nintendo,
So
right?
far, yeah. I'm excited to hear what comes out. I know a lot of people are gonna get, like, on my friends list are gonna get very excited for it. For what's coming out. Things that I would never be interested in. It's always very exciting.
Hold up 1 second. We're losing people. We're frozen.
Apparently. I just got a notification on my
Oh,
phone that we're getting lightning in the area.
Oh crap. Yeah. Our stream got disconnected. Hold up.
Ooh.
Hello? We're still on? Oh shoot, our video is cut.